The APEC summit, hosting leaders from 21 Asia-Pacific nations, opens today in Gyeongju. President Lee Jae-myung kicks off a whirlwind of diplomacy with his second face-to-face meeting with US President Donald Trump in just over 2 months.
아시아 태평양 21개국 정상들이 참여하는 APEC 정상회의가 오늘 경주에서 개막했습니다. 이재명 대통령은 2달 만에 한미 정상회담을 시작으로 숨가쁜 다자 외교 일정을 이어갑니다. Okay, so the APEC kicked off and we have the second South Korea-US summit following the one back in August in Washington.
Yeah, so this is a huge deal, isn't it? I mean, growing up in the UK, and we're not part of the Asia Pacific, I didn't really know what APEC was. I didn't know it was this big as well. So all eyes are also on President Trump being here. The latest news, we've seen the photos of him being presented with this, that, and the other. I saw on Reuters, though, the food they had included a lot of ketchup in like a tip of the hat to American
Right,
sauces.
yes.
And,
And mayonnaise.
Thousand Island salad dresses
yes.
and things like this. I hope that went down well. It's kind of like a very much like working class meal and ingredient. Maybe not what Trump is used to. I don't know.
But apparently he likes that.
Oh,
and
good.
But it represents the success that he had in New York, the
Oh,
Thousand Island dressing,
That's
apparently.
good. And a brownie they had for dessert with gold on it. That sounds delicious.
With a bit of gold film as
flake
well.
or something like that.
Very
Jealous.
fancy.
Yeah. So this is opening today. 21 nations, their leaders will be attending. And hopefully the tariffs can be not as high as first feared. Yeah,
That's
Korea
right.
can twist an arm or two.
트럼프 대통령이 그래서 오늘 오전 일본 방문한 후에 11시 반 정도에 한국을 입국했는데요. 국립경주박물관에서 한미 정상회담을 1시간 반 동안 진행을 했다고 합니다. 이 회의에서 극적 관세 협상, 타결, 서명 이런 거는 없었지만 막바지 조율을 하고 있다. 그리고 트럼프 대통령이 조만간 타결될 것이다 라고 말을 했다고 합니다. 이런 관세 협상 외에도 조선업 파트너십, 방위비 증액, 핵 연료 재처리 이런 협상 내용이 조금 더 구체적으로 논의가 됐다고 합니다. And you mentioned some of the gifts that he received.
Yeah, there was that huge replica crown that I always see when I go down to Gyeongju. You know, that they discovered, I think, in a Shilla tomb or something
That's
like
right,
that.
there are 7 of them.
And then also something representing the Rose of Sharon, our like national flower here. Yeah, which
무궁화.
very nice. Apparently Trump said I'd like to wear it right now. It would have been nice if he did, yeah.
I mean, he's into gold. All
Yeah.
the glitz and glam. So
There was
I think
gold
it suits
everywhere,
him.
yeah.
네, 그래서 금관 모형과 무궁화대 훈장, Grand Order of 무궁화를 이제 선물 받았다고 합니다. So the Grand Order of 무궁화, it's given to the heads of the Korean state as well as the allies nations. King Charles III also received one in
really?
2023, I believe.
Oh, that's wonderful, isn't it? One of the highest honors out there, right?
That's right.
And I heard they also played a rendition of YMCA, the military band that greeted Donald Trump, which is
Really?
which is interesting. YMCA is like a party song, but I'm sure he appreciated it too.
I wonder if he liked it.
Yeah, maybe he did the YMCA. Who knows?
YMCA.
Who
Okay.
knows?
All right, so what's next for President Lee and Trump?
Well, to be honest, all eyes are on President Trump, right? And his massive meeting with China,
Yes.
right? And hopefully there can be some trade agreements for the global economy to
Yes.
benefit. There are whisperings of a potential surprise meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un as well, which totally took me aback. For President Lee, he's going to continue with lots of bilateral meetings, including with Japanese Prime Minister, the new one that we mentioned
Yes.
last week, and also Chinese President Xi Jinping.
That's right. There were reports since then that the meeting with Kim Jong-un is not likely to happen. But as you mentioned, tomorrow is the big day for the US-China trade war. 트럼프 이제 내일까지 한국에 있는데요. 30일 내일 오후에는 세계가 주목하는 빅 이벤트 미중 정상회담이 있습니다. All right, let's have a look at some expressions. Whirlwind of something.
Yeah, a whirlwind, like literally, is, I guess you could kind of think of it as a mini tornado, right?
Yeah.
Where the wind is swirling about and you really are lost, I guess, in many ways. Like you can't get your bearings. And so it's used figuratively when you're super busy with so many things. 정신 약간 못 차릴 때.
네. Wednesdays are a bit of a whirlwind for you personally, isn't it?
Yes, with lots of Kwitiong before this and then Kim Young-chol before that,
Yeah.
Arirang in the morning. It is a
그러니까.
whirlwind, yes.
It's a whirlwind of recordings and live shows.
Fun radio.
Yes, fun radio. But this is your favorite moment.
Absolutely.
네, 그래서 whirlwind of diplomacy라고 하면 숨가쁜 외교 일정이라는 뜻입니다. Face to face.
Yeah, that means literally in person. Literally what it says, right? Your faces are facing one another. You're looking at one another. It's not over Zoom or anything like that.
That's right. 얼굴과 얼굴을 마주보고 즉 대면 직접 만나는 걸 뜻합니다. Here's the news once more. The APEC summit hosting leaders from 21 Asia-Pacific nations opens today in Gyeongju. President Lee Jae-myung kicks off a whirlwind of diplomacy with his second face-to-face meeting with US President Donald Trump in just over 2 months. Okay, let's move on to some tech news.
NVIDIA is doubling down on AI and next-gen connectivity, unveiling 7 AI supercomputers for the US Department of Energy and a 6G network push. Shares surged 4.9% to hit a record high, sending the Nasdaq climbing in tandem.
엔비디아가 미국 워싱턴에서 열린 개발자 행사에서 AI 슈퍼컴퓨터 7대와 6G 통신망 구축 계획을 공개했습니다. 발표 직후 엔비디아 주가는 4.9% 급등하며 사상 최고치를 기록했고 나스닥도 강세를 이어갔습니다. Okay, so NVIDIA announced an aggressive AI and connectivity investment strategy.
Yes.
Get the details.
So supercomputers are all the range and quantum computers are on the cusp as well. So deploying 7 of those with GPUs at the US Department of Energy Labs partnering with Finland's Nokia. They're also going to be doing the 6G network together with Finland's Nokia, I mean. I didn't even know that company still existed because they used to be big in mobile phones, right?
Did you have one of those phones?
That was the only phone
It was a
Brits had.
brick.
Yeah, and that was the phone maker for the longest time. But they're doing like behind the scenes work, I guess, now. They are also equipping Uber robo-taxis with autonomous driving tech called Hyperion. And so they're going from strength to strength. I believe Jensen Hang is in or coming to Korea as well for
Yes.
APEC, as far as I'm aware.
Yes. 그래서 워싱턴 DC에서 유명한 개발자 행사가 열렸는데 GTC라고 하거든요. GPU Technology Conference. 네, 여기에서 엔비디아의 젠슨 황이 미국 에너지부 산하연구소에 자사 GPU를 탑재한 슈퍼컴퓨터 7대를 지원하고 핀란드 노키아와 협력해서 미국 내 6G 6세대 통신망도 건설할 거다라고 말을 했습니다. And he also thanked Trump in the middle of his speech.
Yeah, a lot of the tech guys are cozying up as much as possible, right?
Yes.
They know how much it can benefit their companies.
Yes. 그래서 그 스피치 도중에 트럼프와 긴밀 협업을 강조했고 직접적으로 트럼프 대통령에게 감사하다 이런 말도 했습니다. And then the stocks market responded aptly to this news.
I should have bought this. It's never too late, is it? It went up 4.9% to reach an all-time high of $201. And because of that, the Nasdaq, the market it's in, also grew to near record levels as well.
That's right. 그래서 엔비디아 주가가 4.9% 상승해서 사상 최고치 $201 선까지 올랐고요. 노키아도 21% 급등해서 10년 만에 최고치를 기록했습니다. Alright, let's have a look at some expressions. Double down on something.
Yeah, this comes from betting. I believe when I used to play poker and things like this in the UK, where it's totally legal to do so, you would like double your bet. So
Yes.
you'd be more certain of something. So figuratively, it means to go even more in one direction, right?
That's right. 이게 원래는 블랙잭 카드 게임 용어예요. 그러니까 초반에 확신이 있으면 베팅을 2배로 가자 이렇게 얘기를 하는 건데 그래서 일상 영어에서는 더 강하게 밀어붙이다, 한 전략에 집중하다라는 의미로 사용이 됩니다. Climbing in tandem.
Yeah, to do something in tandem means like doing it alongside or together, right? A tandem bike comes
Yes.
to mind where you have two people riding together. Yeah.
우리가 어제 텐덤 바이크 했었잖아요.
오.
같이 하다 함께 하다.
실제 탔어요, 스튜디오에서요.
아니요, 그냥 상상 놀이만 했습니다. Climbing in tandem, 둘 다 오르다라는 뜻이죠. Climbing in tandem. Here's a story once more. NVIDIA is doubling down on AI and next-gen connectivity, unveiling 7 AI supercomputers for the U.S. Department of Energy and a 6G network push. Shares surged 4.9% to hit a record high, sending the Nasdaq climbing in tandem.